been ages since the van had its MOT and I still haven't fixed the advisories which it scraped through its MOT on. And today we need to pull our finger out and get them sorted. So we've got a CV boot to sort out this side and a tyre to fix that side. We're also going to make a modification slash fix for the bumpy suspension, because although it looks like a transporter, it drives like a trampoline and it's just no good. The van had a massive achievement last week. It was accepted into players' shows. Now, I don't know if any of you on here are familiar, but it's one of the biggest car shows in the car show calendar, and the van was accepted in to be good enough to be displayed at their show. I've bought Saturday and Sunday tickets, so the van's going to be there for both days on that weekend. So if you are a car show viewer, attender, exhibitor, whatever, make sure you come to wherever we're going to be, I'm not sure yet, and say hi, check out the van and take some pictures. Also, I haven't heard anything back yet, but with the success of players, I have applied the van for the Tucked show, Tucked at the Manor Museum, can't remember which one it was, but I have applied for that. I'm still waiting on a response. So well done to the van, and well done to Adam, who built the van, for helping us get into our first car show.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit
After whipping the wheel off, you can see that this thing has been leaking some grease for some time. Check the state of the inside of this wheel out. Look at the state of this wheel. As you can see, that's been leaking grease for a fair while. Now it's going to take some elbow grease to get that removed off there. Pardon the pun. But that is
absolutely shocking.
Look at the state of that. That is absolutely shocking. But thanks to Toyo Tyres, we've got a brand new Toyo Proxy 2, is it? As you can see, look at the state of the boot on there. Now that definitely needs replacing. Problems like this can seem insignificant now, but if we don't address them and get them fixed, when it comes to driving to car shows, they could end up leading to catastrophic failures and actually prohibit us from even getting to the shows in the first place. So it's vital we take the time now to get them fixed and get the van sorted properly. I know I've got a bit of grease on my forehead, but we have managed to get the hub out of the drive shaft out of the hub. We did have one casualty though. I could not get this ball joint off for the life of me. I kept going and going and going, and unfortunately I got a tiny little nick in the rubber boot itself, so I thought, well, at that point it needs replacing, so I might as well just go full force. And I absolutely destroyed this thing, and it is very hot because I have been using the blowtorch and that is burning my finger. Drive shaft's out of the hub. Now I need to get on the phone and order a new ball joint and a new CV boot, then we can get that thing taken apart. And I'm not 100% sure how I'm actually going to get the boot on, because I haven't got any tools to get it over the drive shaft and get it on, so I may have to do a trip to Wilco to buy myself the tools to actually get the job done. One of my previous managers taught me something that's always stuck with me. Now, if you make a up, just own it. Now, I'm going to own it to all of you guys on YouTube. So to the thousands of you, you can laugh at me now for my mistakes. So the ball joint on the bottom control arm, nicked that, so that was that toast, couldn't use that again, so I've had to buy another one. The ball joint on the steering rack, I had a moment of stupidity and I hit it with a hammer trying to get it out, and I didn't think for 1 second about the threads, so I ruined the threads up. I just thought it'd be easier to just buy myself a new arm. They're about 21 quid plus the VAT, so it's not too bad, but I have got to wait for that to come tomorrow. So we have got the new CV boot kit though. This is a universal one, but I don't think it's going to be too problematic. We'll fit it on the car and then cut it down to size, I think, once it's in place. Don't know, never done this before. And I have got, like I said, the new CV joint for the bottom, got the control arm, because that was ruined as well. Also, another con, I had to buy a trumpet. It's not a trumpet, it's a CV boot tool. Big waste of money in my opinion, 20 quid for a bit of plastic and a bit of metal just to slide a rubber boot on, but it is what it is. It saves us taking the CV boot apart. I'm hiding from the rain, it's absolutely pouring, but fingers crossed we can have a little bit more luck trying to change the CV boot, because as it stands so far I've broken more things than I have fixed things, and I'm trying to fix one thing and I haven't actually fixed the thing that I'm trying to fix yet. If that makes sense, I don't know. But I don't know what I'm saying, so see you later. Conscious we were wasting time, I then turned my attention to cutting the collar off the old CV boot and then cut the actual boot from the drive shaft itself. Once that was off, I could then turn our attention to actually cleaning the old grease out, which we did, and then we drove it off with the airline. But we came across some problems. You probably wouldn't believe me if I told you I'm now on my third CV boot. Well, that is true, I'm not lying. It's been an absolute ball ache, and I don't ever want to do one of these ever again. The trick seems to be lots of lubricant. I've been using multi-purpose grease to actually slide it on there. Yeah, I'll heat this up. Get it off. That's enough. I'm going to slide it on inside out. Honestly, I've had an absolute nightmare with this. It's like late in the day now, and we still haven't got the boot on. I got it on a second ago after struggling for ages, and the boot split, so I ended up cutting it off and going to buy another one. So if I slide that on that way and then turn it inside out, that'll be the right way around. Change my gloves again because there's just grease everywhere. Don't work on your cars. Don't have a project car. Pay someone else to fix it when it goes wrong. Oh, come on, please. Oh, result. Turn the boot inside out, so it's the right way around. Oh, you have no idea how happy I am. It's been a very long, very mentally and emotionally challenging. This thing has wound me up and fought me all day. But the most important thing is the fact that you give something a go in life, you're never going to get any satisfaction or learn by letting someone else do it and just paying the money. Now, to most people, it was just a CV boot, but for me, I've never done one before. I can see why I've never done one before. I don't ever want to do one again, but it's all a learning curve. But we just got to get that steering arm on, and then this side, this part of the van is then fixed, which means we can then move on to the tyre, and then so on, so forth. We made it to Lowdown Transporters. We're going to go inside, see Chris, Freya and Jack, check out what they're doing, what's going on. We're going to pick up some new Bilstein Solo shortened rear shock absorbers for the van to try and fix out that bumpy suspension and get the van driving nice again. So let's go inside, see what they're doing, and I'm going to force Chris to make me a nice cup of coffee. I'm doing my best to film this because I haven't got my tripod because I'm a fool and I left it at home. But these are the new shocks, which are hopefully going to fix all our problems with the suspension on the van. Fingers crossed. Thanks, Chris. Where is he? Find Chris. If you find Chris, you get a point. He's hiding. You see him? Have you found him yet? I can see him. Where is he? There he is.
Morning.
What are you up to, Chris?
Just getting this van ready to fire up for the first time in, I don't know, about 2 years. So, yeah.
Is it classified? Is it allowed to be on YouTube?
Yeah, I think so. This is leaving, well, hopefully leaving us next week after.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've done all the body drop and stuff on it, and yeah, getting all back to real life.
There's you, that is, look.
Oh, yeah.
You're on the camera.
Yeah, I don't like I like the screen face me.
I've been left alone in the low-down transporter shop, so I think might help myself to some free merch. Cheers, guys. I'll have myself a t-shirt. Oh, I better put it back on the rack properly. Grab myself some air fresheners. Cheers, guys. What we got here? Some socks. Low-down transporter socks. I'm going to steal all this, but if you want to buy some, head over to the Low-Down Transporters website and cop all your Low-Down Transporters and cop yourself some Dropworks merch too. But for me, it's all free because I'm going to pinch it. It was really good popping over to Lowdown and seeing the guys there. Really nice morning spent, but it's time to race home and get our new parts installed on the van. And how awesome is this weather? I can't wait to be driving this van to car shows this year. Oh my god, it feels like a new van. I just went over a speed bump or a bump in the road there at some speed. It hit the bump, went over it, come back down again. Now that sounds a bit daft that I'm getting excited about something like that, but previously if I'd hit that bump I'd be sitting like this for 5 minutes afterwards waiting for the van to level out. But these shock absorbers have absolutely changed the ride of this van completely. It's still a little bit bumpy, but it's a slammed van. What do you expect? You're not going to have absolute Rolls-Royce comfort. It's just nature of the beast, but that is definitely an improvement. Now, this road isn't too bad. There are some awful roads on my general commute, which are back-braking for this van. So I guess they'll be the real test to see how well the van copes there. But so far, I really rate these Bilstein Solo shocks. Now, they were Bilstein shocks on previously, so I'm sure some of you are going to pick that up. They are slightly smaller, I think. There's only a few mil in it. I didn't actually measure it, it was just eyeballed. And you've probably seen the clip of me trying to compress the shocks. Well, the old ones I could just push in 2 hands pretty easy, whereas the new ones I could not push them in for love nor money. But they might be quite old. They're probably about 3-4 years old now, I guess. So maybe that was just time for them to be changed. They might be the same shock, but just because they're newer, it's obviously much more comfortable. But that's a massive thumbs up for me on that one. If you've got a Slam Transporter, whether it be on air or static on coilovers, make sure you get yourself some Bilstein solo coilovers from the Lowdown Transporters website. So far, these have transformed the van endlessly. But that is all we have got time for. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, smash the subscribe button, check out Lowdown Transporters and the Dropworks YouTube channel, or failing that, check out the Auto Finesse YouTube channel for some more viewing pleasure. But until then, we'll see you in the next one.